million fines. That world, it's not science fiction. It's happening right now in Europe. The EU AI Act is the world's first major law to regulate artificial intelligence, and it's about to change everything. Welcome to C-Tute. Today, we're diving into a critical topic for anyone handling data in the cloud: how the EU's GDPR and the brand new AI Act are changing the game for cloud storage compliance. We'll also walk through a real example of Lexa, a legal SaaS company in Germany, and how they align their cloud storage with these regulations. Ready? Let's get started. Meet Lexa, a Frankfurt-based legal tech company. They manage sensitive legal documents stored on AWS S3 and Google Cloud Storage. In 2024, with the EU AI Act coming into effect alongside GDPR, Lexa had to rethink their entire compliance strategy. The team asked an important question: has any similar company faced challenges updating compliance policies due to new AI regulations? Well, we'll come back to this question. First, let's recap GDPR's core requirements for cloud storage. GDPR demands data minimization, only collect what you need, and strict retention limits. Encryption is mandatory, and access must be controlled by roles. Plus, audit logs need to track who accessed what and when, and if there's a breach, you must report it within 72 hours. As we move on in this video, think about your cloud storage. Are these controls in place? Now, the EU AI Act, finalized in 2024 and rolling out in 2025, adds new layers. It targets AI systems that use or store personal data, especially high-risk applications. It requires strong traceability, meaning you must track data lineage and consent status meticulously. Data governance becomes key. Quality, origin, and consent must be documented and verifiable. Have you heard of these requirements before now? Share your thoughts below. So, the point is this: both GDPR and the AI Act share important principles. Data must be collected for specific purposes only, kept accurate and up-to-date, stored securely, and be portable when requested. This alignment helps organizations streamline compliance efforts. How? Aligning your policies to these shared principles can reduce duplication and risk. Lexa uses a multi-cloud approach. AWS S3 holds their active documents, Google Cloud's Coldline stores encrypted backups, and Azure Blob hosts structured datasets used for AI-powered document summarization. Multi-cloud adds flexibility, but also complexity in compliance. You must factor in: how many cloud providers does your company use to make things easier? So, what steps did Lexa take? Step 1 was data classification. The team tagged sensitive biometric and consent-based data using automated tools like AWS Macie and Azure Purview. This automation flags data that can't be used for AI or requires special handling. This step automates classification early to avoid costly manual audits later. You may want to consider this. Some tools can also do that. Next, they tightened access controls. Role-based access policies ensured only authorized users could reach specific buckets. Encryption used customer-managed keys in AWS KMS and Azure Key Vault, giving Lexa full control over decryption and audit logs. The key question to ask here is: do we manage our encryption keys or rely on cloud provider defaults? Managing keys yourself increases security, but requires more oversight. Retention policies came next. Files older than 365 days were auto-archived or deleted. AI datasets could only be reused if original consent covered it. Strict purpose limitation in action. This avoids unauthorized data reuse, a common GDPR and AI Act pitfall. Think about your data lifecycle. Are you enforcing automated retention? Let me share a secret. Traceability is a hallmark of the AI Act. The company, Lexa, linked each AI model to its training data, storing metadata about source, consent, and last access. Every storage action was logged for audits. This level of detail is crucial for accountability and regulatory inspections. How confident the team was in tracing their AI data lineage was very important here. At this juncture, I need to remind you that there's no such thing as a perfect IT system. Therefore, In case of a breach, GDPR mandates reporting within 72 hours. The AI Act adds a new layer known as explainability. It means that Lexa must explain how their AI processed or exposed data post-incident, increasing transparency and trust. Preparing an incident response plan for AI-related breaches may need some expertise. Will there be challenges? Of course, yes. Lexa, like any other company, faced a few challenges. They include mapping AI usage to consent scopes, fragmented audit logs across clouds, and costs of classification. However, they scaled through. What they did was to centralize logs and automate tagging to overcome these hurdles. For some companies, this could be one of the biggest compliance pain points. By 2025, Lexa had GDPR-compliant storage, clear separation of AI and non-AI data, and was fully prepared for AI Act audits. Their proactive approach avoided last-minute fixes and fines. The point is, compliance is a journey, not a sprint. As we wrap up, here's a comprehensive summary of what you need to know about these regulations. The GDPR and EU AI Act create a complex dual compliance framework for cloud storage providers handling European data. Under GDPR, cloud services must implement privacy by design principles, maintain detailed processing records, and enable data portability while ensuring appropriate security measures for personal data stored in the cloud. Organizations face strict obligations, including 72-hour breach notification requirements and potential fines of up to 4% of global annual revenue for violations, with particular scrutiny on cross-border data transfers following the Schrems II decision invalidating the Privacy Shield framework. Meanwhile, the EU AI Act, which entered into force in 2024, adds another layer of requirements. Specifically when cloud storage systems integrate AI functionalities like automated content analysis, predictive analytics, or intelligent data classification. Cloud providers must now implement risk management systems, maintain technical documentation of AI algorithms, ensure human oversight capabilities, and provide transparency about AI-driven decisions affecting users' data. Organizations using cloud storage with embedded AI capabilities must also conduct conformity assessments for high-risk AI applications and register these systems in the EU database, creating comprehensive responsibilities spanning both privacy and emerging technology regulation. Lastly, don't ignore your checklist. Classify your data and its origin, limit its purpose, and enforce lifecycle policies. Encrypt and audit all access, and track AI data lineage meticulously. These steps will keep your cloud storage compliant and ready for the future. That concludes our tutorial for today. If you'd like to continue learning, I recommend checking out some of our resources and videos on this channel's playlist. Thank you for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with your team. Drop your questions in the comments, and let us know what topics you did like us to cover next.